So new day, just heading to Angelo's, and because I just washed the car, naturally I now need to drive down this dirt road, and it also rained before, so first world problems. But yeah, I will be there shortly. We'll have a look at the roof racks. Hopefully they haven't moved, which I don't think they will have, and we'll start putting these new parts in. James is there as well with his WRX, and they're doing a timing chain, so I think they'll already be done with that unless something went wrong. And I've got some coffee. Roof racks are still on. They look good. You winning?
Well, I have been winning up to this point. Now this silly little bolt that doesn't mean much doesn't go in. So silly, yeah.
It's got to mean something.
Sort of winning.
It's got to mean something.
It's got to mean something.
Meme
something.
Me. Look, it's already done. You missed it all.
I missed it.
You missed all the action.
Perfect time. I don't have to do any work. Is that your old belt? Doesn't even look that bad. Oh yes. Did you see if it had stretched? Did you like put it up against the other one?
It hadn't stretched, but it had been stretching, as in like
stretching
on the
under load.
Well, more of the problem is like that was some of the bearings are starting to go.
Yeah, right.
And so on the cover there was like rub marks where the bearings on this have been flexing out.
In and out. Yeah, right. You replaced. Oh, you got a kit. You replaced everything.
You can tell if it's stretched.
Yeah, replacing everything except the one pulley that the kit doesn't come with.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a tiny little idler that it just doesn't come with.
All right. Time to fit stuff. So like I said in the previous video, I'll put all of this in the description, but I've got GK Tech adjustable rear tow arms, and I've got the 2 drive shafts from GSP, and I've got the NISMO engine mount for Angelo. A whingy old granny.
Pretty masculine granny, but otherwise, yeah.
Not sure if that's a compliment or not. I'll go forward and come back.
Yeah, you just... I'm just, yeah, he was holding. I'm like, do you want me to hold it? He's like, yeah, go for it.
Stay away from me. Document all of this.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're taking it to Tasmania next week. If any of this goes wrong, it's on camera.
If any of this goes wrong, you know what I do?
Alright.
I ring up the boat and I say, oh, I might just take the Discovery.
No, what, when you're already there? When you're already in Tassie?
No, I'll probably fuck up on the way home. I haven't started it yet. The Discovery will probably be faster.
Again, I always did the same thing.
Looks pretty.
First things first is gearbox mount. So I'll get the other one, which Angelo ran off with. Oh, you got my gearbox mount all dirty. Oops. Is that the right way? That's not the right way.
That's not the right way. That's the right way.
And that's got F for front. F for front and R for race. We can see there that there's a fair bit more height out of that one than this one here. And actually at the moment I've got a bit of trouble getting into 5th, so I'm wondering if maybe that's part of the reason. 5th at high revs, that is. So see how we go.
It's the goods.
Gearbox jack here.
Yep.
Homemade special.
Holding up the mount. Yeah, there it is. It's a man. Now compare the pair.
I shall. So this is the mount that was in the car. Probably hard to see on the camera, but there's a split in between the rubber there and the mount, and also now that the weight's off you can't really tell as much, but it has sunk quite a bit. So put the new one on, where we go.
Gotta be careful around Ryan though.
I'll dub you into the social justice police.
Why would they flip?
I don't know, just because that's the sort of thing that happens to me.
Nah.
Ball is cooked, or is this worn out?
Supplementary restraint system.
Alright, so new mount's in. Probably can't tell on the camera, but it's not hitting at all anymore, and the gearbox lifted well off the mount when doing the cross member back up. So it's a fair bit higher than it was. Hopefully no more trouble getting into fifth at high revs. Drive shaft replacement, I might jump ahead and then come back. So if anyone's watching and they want to know what to do, undo these two so that you can drop the arm down, undo the nut which is on the end. There's a nut and a washer, which I'm sure you'll work out, so that you can push the shaft through, pull this out of the way, undo. There's 3 pairs around here, so undo each of those and then come around, rotate it so that you can get to all of them, pull them all out, and then this arm will be able to come out. And then over this side, this arm through here just slips in, locates in there. Same deal, undo these two here so that you can drop this down. You might need to get in and turn the wheel so that you can get a little bit more adjustment so that you can pull this out of the way. But then same deal here, undo the drive shaft bolts, and then you'll be able to pop this out. Once you've popped this out, you'll need to push from this direction. So you'll see in a minute, Angelo gives it a gentle nudge with the hammer to knock it out. There were the factory arms that were in there, and now these are the GSP arms. So they look basically the same. You'll see the comparison as well in a minute. I don't know if that makes a difference that they'd been in there so long or what, but anyway, after that, this one came out super easy, and then to put them in is obviously just the reverse. So slipped that in, pulled this across out of the way, back in, putting these bolts back on, drive shaft bolts, doing these up, turning it around to get all the access, and then same deal here, slot that one in, and then that in there, do these bad boys up, do the nut back up, job done. Thing I forgot to mention that you need to undo as well is the ARB link for both sides, and there.
Yeah, I can't even read.
I can't read!
But it's... Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just want to what?
Make sure that they're correct.
Yes, I hope they are. It's a longer one.
Yeah. You're a passenger.
I'm a passenger. That's the driver's one. It's shorter. And I also have an O2 sensor as well because the car is running rich AF, so hopefully that makes a difference. So now I'm going to go through and undo all of these. It's scary.
Over here a little bit?
Yeah. So you can document the aftermath.
The murder.
Yeah. Manslaughter or murder?
Like this car, yes.
Nah, you do. You like it.
I actually really do like Stagea. I think they're really cool.
Just not this one.
Easy as that. Yep.
I'm gonna turn it.
I thought. Very difficult to get out. The coffee's not even laughing at me. He's just laughing at something.
Be the catcher.
Did that come?
It did!
Come on, 6.
Yes, I forgot you're a... Oh, it's okay. You're draining oil now.
I'm glad that you just kept pulling it out.
Yeah, well, it wasn't going back in. It wasn't going back in. It was already out. You can see here that the new ones are in slightly better condition than the old ones.
Just a tad.
Just a little bit, so...
They're the same.
Same? Yep. Same.
Yeah, you see the seals wearing on this.
Angelo's just greasing up the shaft.
I'm good at that.
He's quite practiced.
this is the thing that everyone's going to love on these drives. They love to get stuck, and that's why it was so hard to get them out, because they were not greased and sitting in there and on the back.
Sweet. Awesome.
That the copper grease, like if it's not done up perfectly, or it is or it isn't, then it will wear in the copper grease like oil, as opposed to chewing out the splines. Yeah, spot right there. Like with the boot properly fucked.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing that it's still
That much in there.
yeah. And you can also see that. Like it's actually in pretty good nick. The way to change, you can actually repair these bearings and change them. There's a circlip here.
Yeah, okay.
That's how you change the boot. So you take that circlip
Yeah,
off.
gotcha, yeah.
And then from the back you tap it with a hammer and they'll come off.
Yep. Man, that is a lot of work just to change the boot, huh?
Yeah.
This is another song that's not right for 2022, James. I don't think it should matter. I don't think they should be singing about that. You know the answer to this question, but you can't get Uber Eats to here, can you? How you going in here? You winning? The leads?
The things
Ignition
that do
leads. Oh, those things. The spark things.
Yeah.
The plugs of spark.
Yes. So
Oh, I am hungry.
Ship of Theseus is a thought experiment about whether an object has had all of its components replaced remains fundamentally the same object.
Yeah.
Theseus was a mythical Greek founder king of Athens, and the question was raised by ancient philosophers. If the ship of Theseus were kept in a harbour and every part of the ship were replaced at one time, would it be a new ship? And then the follow-up question is, if it is not the same ship, then at what point did it stop being the ship of Theseus? If it is the same ship, then could all the removed pieces be reassembled to form a ship? And would that be the ship of Theseus? The concept is one of the oldest in Western philosophy. There you go. Theseus ship. What if you sold the car as Theseus car? Someone's white 180 that's had nearly every part on it either hacked or replaced. Is it the same car that it started?
I guess it is, because it's kind of like once you add that new part, it becomes part of that greater thing. It was separate from the car, it was a different item, but now that it is one with this car, as it wears together and...
What point, or if there is a point, does it actually
Yeah.
change? What's the heart of the car? The chassis number? Well, I guess it is. What if you restamp the chassis number?
Yeah. All of those items, all those atoms were already all together.
What if you started with an HQ Monaro
Yeah.
and you replaced every single component and restamped another body?
Yeah.
At no point did you own two Monaros.
Yeah.
You only ever owned one Monaro.
Yeah.
Is it still the same Monaro?
Well, that is the unknown.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. If you didn't know how old you were,
Yes.
how old would you say you are?